Dear students, in the Spoken English Certificate course, today we are going to move to a new topic which is possessives. When I talk about possessives in a very simple language, when I say possessive, I'm possessive about something. It means I own that thing or that thing belongs to me. Similarly, in grammar, possessives show ownership. Possessives show belongingness. Now, possessives can be either possessive nouns, they can be possessive pronouns, or they can be possessive adjectives. Let's move ahead. So, possessives show ownership. They show something belongs to someone or something. In other words, they possess something. For example, if you want to show that a book belongs to the boy, it would be the boy's book. I would not say this book is of that boy. So I'd say the book, the boy's book. Now let's first move on to what are possessive nouns. When I tell you what is a noun is a name, place, animal, thing, and idea. Right? So a noun names a person, place, thing, idea, quality, or action. Now a possessive noun shows ownership by adding an apostrophe, an s, or both. Right? Let me just explain it to you. How will this make a noun a possessive noun? Now you all know there are singular and plural sentences. Now singular sentences, singular means which are single, plural means which are many, which are multiple, right? Now whenever we talk about a noun which is singular, a singular noun always has to have an apostrophe s added to it, right? So for example, as I have written there, it's we say computer's keyboard. It's a singular noun. To make it possessive, you need to put an apostrophe s, so that will be computer's keyboard. When I say books cover, so a single book, you want to show ownership to the cover, you say books cover. So what you are doing here is you are trying to put an apostrophe s to the singular noun to give it a possession. What about the nouns which are plural? So in case if the noun is plural or it ends in s, just add an apostrophe after the s. So what you do here is you do not write an s, you just put an apostrophe mark which says that is a possessive noun. So as I have given you an example, for example, owl's eyes, right? Baby's shoe. So here babies are plural, right? When you're talking about owls, we are talking about many owls. So what we are trying to do when we are trying to put it as a plural noun, we just add an apostrophe mark, so that shows it's a possessive noun. Whenever you're talking about a singular noun, you just put an apostrophe sign, apostrophe mark, and with that you put an s. So here are a few examples. The car of John. We don't say the car of John, right? So we need to show that the car belongs to John. So I'll say John's car. Okay, the girl, the room belongs to the girl. So I would say the girl's room. Okay, the clothes belong to men. So I'll say men's clothes. Although men here is a plural form, but whenever it comes to a possessive noun, we put it as men's clothes. The boat of the sailor's boat. Okay, so these are few of the examples into possessive nouns. When you talk about nouns, we also need to go. Okay, before we move to the possessive pronouns, as I told you, I'll just give you a few examples of those singular and plural possessive nouns. So when I talk about singular nouns, singular possessive nouns, I say my boss car, right? I say a fish's eggs. I say Dinah's book. I say the gym's rules, the jam's ingredients, right? So all these are your singular possessive nouns. We go to the plural possessive nouns. So as I told you, it has to end with an s. All those nouns which end with an s have to have a apostrophe mark. So as I said, the frogs croaking. So you will not add frogs and put an apostrophe sign and an S. So you'll just write frogs, put an apostrophe sign and croaking, right? Uh, Juices, flavors, right? So I'm talking about many juices, flavors. So juices, put an apostrophe, flavors. So that's how we try to make the possessive nouns in singular as well as plural forms. Coming back to, as I was talking about, the possessive pronouns. Now, what are pronouns? So, all of you know, pronouns are the words which are used instead of nouns. We have studied this in our school level. Ki pronouns are nothing but they are the words which we use in place of a noun. So, the words that replace nouns or noun phrases are what you call as the pronouns. Now, the pronouns that refer to ownership. So, those pronouns which show these belongingness or which show this ownership, such pronouns are known as possessive pronouns. Now, what is one very important rule which comes here? Whenever you talk about possessive pronouns, remember one thing, they generally go after the noun or they go in place of noun. Okay, so they are always going to be in the place of the noun or they are always going to be after the nouns. So I would give you a very simple example. Like I just told you, in case of pronouns, they are either going after the noun or they are in the place of noun. So a few examples I have already written here, right? So mine. So the first person when I talk about in is my. So when you try to replace it, we put as pronoun, it is mine, right? Yours, his, hers, its, ours, theirs. All these are nothing but the examples of possessive pronouns. Now, when you talk about possessive pronouns, they help us show possession of, as I told you, they help us to understand the possession or ownership in a sentence. Now, uh, mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, and theirs. These all are known as the strong pronouns. Okay. Now, why they are called as strong pronouns? The reason is because they refer back to a noun or a noun phrase which is already used. For example, if I give you an example, I said that phone was mine, right? So what I'm trying to do here, I am referring this back to a noun, replacing it to avoid repetition. So I would not say ki I said that that phone was, it was me. I would say I said that phone was mine. Correct? Then we have some weak possessive pronouns as well, like my, your, his, her. Now, what they do, they function as determiners in front of a noun to describe who something belongs to. So, I'll say, I said that's my phone. Correct? Now, whenever we want to use a pronoun to show a possession, we cannot use subject pronouns. Now, I'll give you an example. Suppose if I say, this is my brother, he name is Alex. I'll repeat the statement again. This is my brother, he name is Alex. No, this is a wrong English. So, and here, this is wrong because he is a subject pronoun. Now, if you have to replace it with an appropriate possessive pronoun, it will make, the sentence will be more sensing and it will make more sense. So, I'll say, this is my brother. His name is Alex. Right? So, I do not use here subject pronouns. Now, these possessive pronouns help us to be more concise, and we can use less words which make more meaningful and which make sense. So, a few of the examples of possessive pronouns in a sentence. The chair next to the window is his. Now, you his. Now, when you see here, notice you can replace the noun. His is next to the window. Okay, so the chair next to the window is his. So I'm trying to show your possessiveness. How I'm trying to show the possessive pronoun by not taking the name, right? I could have easily said the chair next to the window is of Sham or it's of Ram. Rather, what I've tried to tell you, the chair next to window is his. So I have replaced that with a possessive pronoun his. Then I think the chocolate cookies at the party were hers, right? So what I've tried to do here, I have tried to show the belongingness, the ownership of the party and her. So the chocolate cookies at the party were, so the chocolate cookies belong to whom? They belong to her. The phone that is ringing is yours. Okay, so again, the phone that is ringing is, I could have told the name, I could have told the boy. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use a pronoun. The phone that is ringing is yours. So here you can see the phone belongingness is shown by a possessive pronoun your. The zebra stripped book bag is mine, right? So mine is the zebra stripped book bag. Next, as I told you, we also use possessives in adjectives. Now, in a very simple language, if I have to ask you, what are adjectives? So all of you know, adjectives are those words which describe a noun. Correct? So I say the beautiful girl. So the girl is being described as beautiful, right? The lazy boy, right? So I describe the boy as lazy. Now, possessive adjectives modify nouns to show possession. Okay, now the possessive adjectives are used again to show ownership. Always remember one thing, whenever we talk about possessives show belongingness and ownership. That is their main function, that they try to show ownership. So when you talk about possessives in noun, you can use it with an apostrophe sign. When you talk it with pronouns, I have given you certain examples, mine, yours, ours. So that can be used to replace and show an ownership. When you talk about adjectives, there are few examples like my, your, his, her, its, our, and their, right? So these can be used as the possessive adjectives. Now, one thing which is important to understand here is that in case of possessive adjectives, right, it always comes before a noun in the sentence, and it helps us know to whom the noun belongs. I'll give you an easy example. If I say she likes your hat, the possessive adjective here, okay, the possessive adjective here is your. Now when you see, when I again repeat the sentence, she likes your hat, so the possessive adjective your sits before the noun hat to tell us who owns it. Yes or no? So she likes your hat. Your is a possessive adjective. It is coming before the noun hat, and it is helping us to know who owns that hat. Right? Again, if I tell you, I think her dog has eaten my food. Now here, the possessive adjectives her and my are sitting before the nouns dog and food to tell us who owns them. Correct? So these possessive adjectives help us to again show an ownership. Few of the examples, all of you can see here, my book is on the table, right? So again it is showing you, it's coming before the noun, and it is helping us know where does it actually belong to. The girls missed their bus. Again, it is helping us know the belongingness. So when you try to analyze the entire thing, okay, the possessive nouns, the possessive pronouns, as well as the what do you call, possessive adjectives. One thing which we need to understand is these possessives are something that we keep on talking on our day to day basis, but we actually don't know how we are these possessives, right? The term that we have come to know is today that these are nothing but these are possessives. Okay, so it is a very important aspect of English grammar. The more you try to read, the more you try to refine your language, the more you try to practice, I'm very sure you'll be able to get a proper idea on the possessives in English grammar and spoken English. So that's all about possessives. I hope the topic is clear to everyone. This was all from the spoken tutorial. There are few assignment questions which have been given. The link is being shared. I request you all to go through the assignments, complete it, and later on you'll have a test on the same to know how well you have understood possessives in spoken English. Thank you so much everyone. Have a nice day.